Yo, what is up, artists and art fans? Thank you guys for tuning into the best spot where we talk to all your favorite Instagram artists about the trade, the tools, and of course the tips. I am your host, Zima, and you guys are on Chatting with Zim. Guys, this is episode number 92. We're getting closer to that 100, everyone. That's what's up, And today, we're going to switch it up and do something a little different. For all you guys that know, we do got a artist guest, but he will be joining us at 8. Today it's a little half hour earlier. I know you're asking, but we got something special for you planned today. We are going to be joined by Ivan Sandoval here from Instagram. You guys can find him at Art by Ivan Sandoval. He is our analytics guru, and what I mean by that is, I'll just wait till he joins the show. That way you guys can definitely find out. But if you guys want a little teaser, he's definitely going to be giving us a little bit info about the inner workings of hashtags and all that stuff. So we're actually going to go ahead and talk to him today and see what is up. But as we get going here with the live, just want to say first off, make sure you guys are checking out Monstrous Art Clan. That's definitely the squad for us. Make sure you guys are not just following me here. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram and all that good jazz. And of course, please subscribe to the YouTube channel Chatting with Zim. There you guys will find all of the updated artists that I've done in the past. So check those out. And also, I'm super excited to announce Second City Stickers, that's 2ND City Stickers, all one word, is officially open. There is definitely, make sure you guys are checking them out. I'll definitely post the pin right down below. And you guys could definitely start ordering some of your stickers. That's pretty dope. So if you guys want stickers, we got some awesome deals. Not just myself, the other half is Delanus. That's the bro, so make sure you guys are checking them out, giving them a follow. There's all these links and all this handle stuff here on their Second City Stickers page, so check that out. Oh, and I see the man of the hour. We got Art by Ivan Sandoval. Dynamite is not going to be until 8 o'clock, guys. Remember, we got a little something special for you guys here. So, and Second City Stickers is in the house. Hell yeah. Shout out to everyone who's joining us right now. Quick shout out time. That was my drum roll. We got Mr. Ice Cream. Shout out Mr. Ice Cream's Dynamite 139. I see you. Hellfire Vortex. Hell yeah. What up? Con Artist Graphic Design. Ari or Era Ari, I should say. Part of the Mac fam. Bags for Days and Halo, part of the Mac fam as well. So that's what's up, guys. So that's what we got in store. Latest things on the news. I don't know. Now, actually, there is a lot. Hopefully, many blessings, and my prayers are with those that are, been affected in Texas. For all the Texas brothers and sisters, we could help out, try reaching out, and we'll definitely see what we could do for you guys. Also in the news, you got all these newer movies coming out, so that's pretty dope. I was telling my brother about Mortal Kombat, flop or not, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good, so we'll see. But without further ado, let's get into the main show, and let's bring in our analytics guru, Mr. Ivan Sandoval. You guys can find him here at Art by Ivan Sandoval. Also check him out on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, he has an art shop as well. So he's definitely a fellow artist. artbyivansandoval.com, just as you see it here on his handle. And he definitely got prints, and he also got brushes for sale for all you digital artists. So let's go ahead and bring on the analytics guru on. Let's see what's going on. He's gonna break it down for all you guys here on Instagram. Now let's see what is.
So as we wait for that, guys, make sure you guys stay tuned. In about 25 minutes or so, we will be going live with Dynamite 139.
What's going on, man?
What up,
How you
Ivan?
doing? Not much, man. So I'm trying to scoot this back so you can get my ugly mug all up in the screen.
Definitely, definitely. Joining us all the way from Texas, we got Ivan Sandoval. You know what I mean?
The middle of hell it was this past
Oh,
week.
holy shit. Hell froze over, huh?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good now. It's good. I'm enjoying the nice sunny weather again.
Good, good.
But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me on here and talking a little bit about some analytics, how to beat the IG system.
There you go.
So, yeah, man, I guess we can jump right into it. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. My name's Ivan Sandoval, also known as Art by Ivan Sandoval. I'm a digital artist, and you can find me. I heard the intro. You can find me on my links on my profile. I got a link tree set up so you can check out my Facebook, Twitter, my print shop, which is I'm also having a sale on my print shop. So if you use the code SALE20, you get 20% off the entire order.
Whoa.
So definitely check that out.
For
So
sure.
besides the drawing, just to say a little bit about me, in my past, I worked at a local newspaper, and I was the digital sales manager. I also worked for a local NBC affiliate. So I worked for NBC selling digital advertisement as well. So part of my job description was to help businesses grow on social media by selling digital advertisement on websites, such as Facebook, and creating targeted ads specific to a targeted market audience. And that was based on like an individual's like income, age, um, their martial status, where they're from, their geographical area, um, their likes, dislikes on the web. So y'all probably seen these before, pop up like on Facebook or like on the side of websites. And you get these ads and you're like, well, what the hell? How am I getting these ads? I just talked about like buying a car, and all of a sudden you start seeing all these Volkswagen, Ford ads pop up on your websites. Well, that was my job back in the day. I used to do that. Um, so I've decided
You work for Skynet, huh?
yeah, yeah. Waiting for the Terminator uprising to come.
Oh, all right. Sorry I had to cut you off, man. Just I had to clear that up.
Nah, no worries, man. Yeah, so doing that, I decided to come up with kind of like this little mini series, using my skills that I learned from doing advertisement, to kind of help artists kind of beat the system in a way, to get Instagram to work with you instead of against you. Because if you're like me, I just recently started my website, started selling prints. So I've probably put more money into my business, my art business side, more than I've profited so far. And that's, setting up the website, domain name, finding a print vendor, a place where I can send them, I'm still kind of in the red is what they call it.
Mm.
So during this little series, you're probably going to hear me say the word engagement a lot, and I hate, like I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but engagement is the most important thing you can have on social media. And like if you want to know the ultimate secret into increasing your viewership on social media, it's engagement. And so, to kind of break it down, what's engagement? The most common ones that we know of are like likes, comments, sharing posts. That's a small piece of what engagement really is about. But to add to this, It's really about how much time you spend on Instagram, and also how much you make others spend on Instagram. That is the biggest part of engagement. Because you got to think about it like this: IG is a free platform that they created for us, to share like our creative side, or like our personal side. So the way that they make money is monetization, and they do this by selling ads, or like boosting people up by giving them sponsorships, so they can keep people on Instagram. The more time you spend on Instagram and you make others spend on Instagram, the more money that they potentially have to make by posting these ads and stuff like that. So I forgot where I was going now. So engagement, you can do that for yourself, and then also for others. The most important thing you can do is, I took a screenshot of it. Let me back this up real quick. And I've talked about this before, but the way you can kind of help yourself in engagement is, I sent an email of a screenshot, is looking through your feed until you get to this point right here. Once you get to this little area where it says you're all caught up, then basically you've done everything that you can see up to that possible moment of the people that you're following. So you either saw their post, you liked, commented, that's the thing that you're wanting to do. That's how you create engagement. So, don't believe all that hype and that bullshit that they're talking about, that you only see 10%, that people only see 10%, or 10% of your followers see your posts. I'm sorry. Don't believe any of that. Because as long as you're being active on your feed and you're getting up to that point, you're seeing everybody's posts. And create those interactions. Like I said, you got to comment, you got to share, you got to like, because you're spending time on Instagram. So Instagram's going to boost your profile. Basically, they're going to look at you as, hey, you're an active person. They're also going to let the other people, they're also going to see that you're getting other people to stay on Instagram because you're spending time to make a comment. So they're going to look at that comment. They're also going to look at that notification that you like their post. So that gives them engaged as well. So like I said, don't believe that whole, your followers only see 10% of, like your post only shows that 10% of your followers. It's not true. It just depends on how active they are as well. So, you also have to have quality followers. You want people that are going to engage back with you. Like if you have a follower, I know as artists, we're kind of busy all the time. So we may not have a chance to post every day, which is good for us because then we're going to spend more time on our feed. It'll be easier to see everybody's posts without having to spend so much time, on Instagram. Because you have to think of Instagram as your business as well. It's your platform for you to expand what your business profile and get viewership. So if you are having trouble finding like engaging people, us as artists, the best thing we can do is find other artists to engage with us because they're the closest thing to our niche. And they're probably going to be the people that respect you most because they know what you're doing. And then on top of that, you want to end up finding like your customer base or people that come to you all the time. But artists is going to probably be the easiest way that you can find more followers and then get more engagement with your likes and comments. Oh man, felt like I have to take a breath real quick.
Oh man, and
I get down with this stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely take a break. Let me take the wheel for a few seconds, man. Take a drink if you need to. So,
Yeah, I get a lot of information right there, and I was trying to not be so technical about it, but yeah, man, engagement is the thing you really want to work on. Like I said, you're gonna hear me probably say this word like 100 times, but I'm just trying to get it, beat it into your brains, I guess you can say. It's the thing that's gonna help you without having to pay for your viewership. I'm not saying like you know, because like this is designed to help people, you know, kind of similar to me. Like I said, like right now I'm kind of looking as paid ads on Instagram more of an expense right now,
Hmm.
instead of the value of it, because I haven't reached that point where I have extra money to put into it through advertisement. So right now it's kind of an expense more than it is, you know, what do you call it? Like a value, you know, for it.
Okay.
So, which there is value into boosting your post. You know, it's going to be seen more often. You know, they're going to kind of unlock that barrier that they put around your account, and open it up to a wider audience. But you can also create your own audience by just being active. Um, that's also, you know, not just being active in your feed. You want to be active also, hunting for your potential clients, especially if you do commissions. You know, you can't wait for people to come to you, and expect it to be, you know, successful. Sometimes you got to be hungry for it. You know, you've got to, um, definitely go for it and find your potential clients. You know, they're not going to come to you. Some of them will. I'm not going to lie. Some of them will. But if you really want to make it in this industry and make money, you're going to have to do it yourself. You know, no one's going to give you the secret tool for it. I'm going to try to help as much as I can by giving you my knowledge, but you also have to apply it.
Cool. Nice. And guys, I hope the room is definitely taking notes because Ivan has definitely broke it down, and we talked about it on not just my show, but he's also had Benson on as well, right?
Yeah,
Or
man.
Baron? Was it Baron or Benson? I can't
Oh, it
remember. I
was
always get him
Barry.
from Baron. There you go. Baron
Yeah,
Skura.
it was Barry, man. If y'all get a chance, that was actually a really good one to watch. It's the first of many, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because I really want to go into detail on this. You know, like I know right now it's kind of, I'm trying to cut it a little short and just kind of go over some key points, but definitely check that out because it goes into full detail of some of the things that I kind of want to go over. It's definitely a lot, so I can't cover it over like one show or, you know, 1 hour live video. It's going to be a full in-depth on how to help yourself grow on Instagram organically, not by like buying ads or buying like likes or anything, you know, like that. You definitely want to grow organically because that's going to reach you to that higher spot where you can get more clients. And you can also not have to spend so much money on advertisement, you know, because like I said, I think advertisement like through Instagram is probably the best way to go. But, you know, if you're like me, like I said, you know, you don't want to put yourself in a hole financially, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just to get a few likes and comments. You really want to go for those people that are going to spend money with you. The definitely want to target the right age group, the people that are wealthy enough to buy your art. You know, you don't want to target to a 9-year-old. That'd probably be good, you know, like if you know, want viewership and stuff like that. But like if you're treating your art as a business and you're trying to create sales, you definitely want to go to where the money's at or the people that are going to be able to buy your product. Um,
And you know what? I think that right there is a perfect segue to stop at, a perfect cliffhanger there. You know what I mean? No,
Heck
and
yeah, man.
just because I'm trying to time everything that way, we get it going, man. Right now, we'll take the last few minutes to first off tell the audience where else they could. Well, I mean, they already know. If you guys definitely want to know more about this, definitely check him out at Art by Ivan Sandoval here on Instagram, where he'll pretty much be breaking these down throughout, uh, days to come, I should say. You know what I mean? Within due time, right?
Yeah, yeah, man. And y'all can find me, like I said, just on my profile. I've got everything set up. It's real easy. I've got my website, which is www.artbyivansandoval.com. My Instagram, of course. I have Facebook, Twitter. Um, I started a Tumblr, Pinterest, and all those. I just really don't use them yet. But Instagram right now is kind of my main focus, and then start adventuring onto some other things. But definitely, like I said, check out my website. I have a sale if you use code SALE20. And that will last until probably for a while. I didn't set an end date for it yet, or like actually set it up. But if you are interested in buying some art, that's the best place to go. Definitely check out Matt Group. You know, I'm part of the Matt clan as well, so definitely
Yes,
give everybody on there a shout. And I think that's it, man. That's where you can find me. Just check out my profile. Got all the links there. I also sell brushes for Procreate. So if you kind of like my style or like how I draw, definitely check those out. They might be helpful. And I'm always open for questions too. So if y'all ever have a question or anything that I can help with, just shoot me a message. I'll always reply back. So.
Word. And I just want to add a little extra for you guys who definitely took the time to come in a half hour earlier before the show. Let me know if you like this segment. I think this is something me and Ivan talked about, and it's a great opportunity for you guys to really know a little bit more in depth on how to really work the inner workings of Instagram. Especially thanks again to Ivan, who pretty much tailored it for artists. You know, because everything you see on like on YouTube and everything, it's pretty much a broad artistry, and most of the time it relates to music artists and stuff like that. But I think Ivan has really narrowed it down. And throughout the weeks to come, if you guys like it, make sure to hit me up. Make sure to give him a follow, DM him, tell him you like it. That way he'll jump back on. And hopefully we can do this on a weekly basis, man. Have you on, talk about it, and how to help these artists.
Heck yeah, man. Like I said, I'm excited for this, and I'm ready to, you know, share my knowledge with everybody else. You know, like I said, just if you apply it hard, man. If you do it, trust me, it'll help. If you look at the video I did with Baron, which was about 2 weeks ago, I've grown like 113 followers in that time. So just implementing, and I was out of internet for about 4 days because of the snow here in Texas. So I didn't really work it for about 4 or 5 days. But man, like, so within a week, I mean, it's helped quite a bit. And I've gotten quite a few sales from it, because I also help you basically show you how to get commissions in a way, and basically just getting followers that way as well, because you're interacting with them and you're asking them questions, and you're being engaging with the people that follow you.
Sweet. Yeah, and so far the room seems to love it. Phalo says it's a great segment. It's very interesting. We got Notorious Pest saying it's a great segment. Dano Might, you know, artists coming in, so stay tuned. In about 6 minutes, we'll have Dano Might 139 on. But he says, thanks, Ivan. He just followed. You know, highly appreciate that. Who else we got in the room? Shout out rooms, you know. Josh for Kicks is in the house. Botello Art. 323 is in the house. Art designers in here. King Ganga, I see you, bro. And shit, man. And if you, oh crap, could you guys hear me?
Yeah, I think you froze or you froze. One of the two.
Yeah. So
all right, I can see you're moving again.
Sweet, good. I got scared for a minute. But yeah, guys, definitely check out Art by Ivan Sandoval here on Instagram. Definitely give him a follow. And man, anything new? I seen that Roger Rabbit, dude. That piece is great, man.
Oh yeah, man. Do I have time? I can show it real quick.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left.
I'll give you a quick little update here. Hold on, let me move this out. Still got a little bit more to go on it, but shoot, it's coming around.
Wow.
Yeah. Still got some highlights and some other little bits to do, but it's coming. It's coming along.
Man, patty cake. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. For you guys, for you that know, y'all know. Sweet, man.
The original wifey.
Clean as fuck. Roddy. Yeah, yeah. And at this time, guys, we got a couple minutes left. There's anything you guys want to ask Ivan? Maybe ideas for the next show? Couple minutes, and then we're definitely gonna go ahead and do the outro and then the intro again. You know, for our homie Dano Mike 139. So stay tuned. Give us 4 minutes. We'll be on with him.
Man,
Awesome work, dude.
I appreciate it. Done in a couple of days. I did a little bit of work on it today, but I didn't really have a lot of time. So definitely, in a couple of days, I'll have it finished.
Sweet things. All right, Ivan. Well, I think that's it, brother. There's no questions as of yet, but if you do, definitely DM Art by Ivan Sandoval here on Instagram. Make sure you guys are checking him out. Also on his Facebook, Twitter, and all that good jazz. And if you guys are digital artists and you guys are looking for brushes, definitely hit him up. Check out his link in his bio, the tree. Got all the links to his shops, to his Procreate brushes, all the good stuff. So go follow.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Thanks, Mac family. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.
There it is. So thanks again, bro. Ivan, we'll talk later, brother.
All right, man.
Sweet. And that's it, guys. That was the new segment with our analytics Ivan Sandoval. So make sure you guys are following him. I know I sound like a broken record, but you guys don't know the service he's going to be providing. If you guys want more in depth, then go to his page, check out his IGTV, check out the live he did there, or check out my IGTV. And we definitely did a live as well where we took a little bit more, talked more in depth about this stuff. But my hopes is to bring him on next week and share more insight for you guys to definitely learn. So right now we got a couple minutes. We are definitely going to have Dan Price here, a.k.a. Dano Mike 139. He's going to join us all the way from Austin, Texas. So, you know what? Ivan is also in Texas. Very cool. Yeah, he's a creator of the Bigfoot Knows Karate and many awesome other characters that we will be talking about with him. But in the meantime, make sure you guys are checking out Second City Stickers. You know what? Maybe I should have done and thought of this earlier, but here we go. Uh-oh. So for anyone who's asking, what am I drinking? I'm drinking Zimzima. It's 2 shots of honey whiskey with some Coke, topped off with a little pineapple Doritos. And there you guys have it, the Zimzima, if you guys want to know what I'm drinking. But make sure you guys are checking out Second City Stickers, dropping all the latest bomb-ass stickers, prints available for you guys. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm talking about? You know, that was Della News. Shout out to Della News. Area, part of the Mac fam. Definitely got some stickers here. You know, this is some lame artist called The Real Zimzima. These are all vinyl stickers, laminated. All the info is on Second City Stickers, guys. The shop is now open, so place your orders now. And stay tuned because not only are we going to tailor to artists wanting stickers, but we will also have something for just artists, prints coming soon. So check that out as well. We got all this great stuff. Make sure you guys are checking out Della News at Della News. There you go. Rockin'. Look at this slap. Look at that. Look at that. And these are all vinyl stickers, everyone. So check out Della News. We got these on sale. There you go. And check out Second City Stickers for all your sticker needs. There it is. If you guys ain't sticking, then I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, without further ado, guys, I think it's time to bring our guest of the hour. That's right. This is Chatting with Zim, episode number 92. I am your host, the real Zim Zimma. Make sure you guys are following me here. Also on YouTube, like, subscribe. Please help that page grow. We got all your artists there. The page is up to date with all the previous artists for your needs. And as we go ahead and bring up Dynamite 139, make sure you guys give him a follow. Definitely check out all his work. Awesome artist. Now let's go ahead and talk to him. Let's see what he's all about. Start it over. No, I'm not gonna start it over. Damn it. This is it. 8 o'clock, guys. So yeah, make sure you guys are following Monsters Art Clan live with Seven and Dead and Laughing as well. Can't forget about those homies. Part of the Mac fam. Dan, what is up, man? How you doing,
What's
brother?
up, Zim? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Whew, I am starting to feel it a little bit, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good, feeling loose. Bust the wave out. There you go.
Good deal, man. It has been a crazy week down here in Texas. So we've been getting our asses kicked. So I'm glad that things are better and glad to be here with you because this has been nuts. So anyway, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you're still ticking over there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not buried underneath that snow. You guys have.
Yeah, I got my boiled water. We're on a boiled water thing right now, so I got my boiled water right there and ready to rock. So yeah, let's do this, man. Thanks again for having me here. It's gonna be great.
Awesome, man. And you know, while we talk away, let me go ahead and definitely pin your handle down there, so that we
Sure.
know where to follow. You know what I mean? And once again, dude, thank you very much, man. Dynamite 139.
That's me, man.
You know, usually when I first time guest, man, I always love to know about your origins. You know, how you got started doing art. You know, what kind of led you to where you are now.
Yeah.
So take us back, man. Take us back to the very first time. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna flip my camera around, man, because I've got visual aids. I mean, it's better to look at those than look at my mug. So let's do that real quick, okay? So,
awesome.
and what I did, because for my day job, I'm a graphic designer. Well, I'm a creative director. So I've been working as a graphic designer, art director, creative director for the last 15 plus years. So I love PowerPoints. Sorry, that's just how I kind of work sometimes. So what I did was I made a little PowerPoint so I could walk you guys through who I am and what I do. Not really with a bunch of bullet points. I'm not going to do that shit to you guys, but just the artwork made it a little easier for me to organize. I did my first comic book back in 2007. It was called Latex Avenger. And Latex Avenger, that's him right there. He's a sidekick named Spermicidal Foam Lad, and together they repelled crime 99.9% of the time. And I did that back in March of 2007. That was my my very first book that I worked on, and this was the cover of that one right there. And as you can see, like, it looked like shit. But that's okay, you know, you all start somewhere, and that's what it was. So I drew that, I wrote that. It was just nothing. What's the language thing here, Zim? Can I cuss? Am I good with that? Yeah.
You know what? You can't fucking cuss. Not at all. I don't
Oh,
know
not even a fucking little bit. Okay. Look, it started with, by the way, real quick, I just want to say, hey, Craig, I see you in here, man. Good to see you. I did this first book. It was I had done a bunch of, look, I've been working as a designer and, you know, and illustrator for a long time. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Family Guy on steroids, and that's what I went out to create. And I moved to Austin in March of 2007. I moved here on the 2nd of March. My comic books arrived on March 1st. They were sitting on my apartment door when I moved in. I was scary to have my first book show up at my place, and I did that, and I went to my very first convention the next day. So on March 3rd, I went to my very first convention with this book and those condoms right there. So with the stickers, and I gave away the condoms with the logo on there. And I did Latex Avenger for a few years. This is art over here by Bonadami, who ended up being my artist on the book after a while. We ended up, you learn what you can and cannot do properly, and I was not the artist that I needed to be for that book at that time. So Bon was a great guy, great soul. He's passed away a couple of years now, so rest in peace, Bonadami. He was a good man. He was a good friend. He was a little brother I never had, And anyway, so we worked together on several issues of Latex Avenger. This was Sexy Nurse America right there. That was our Wonder Woman. She just couldn't stand Latex Avenger. Nobody can. He's just a piece of shit. But Spermicide was definitely the brains of the operation. This was a cover for an issue called Latex Avenger Wrath of Khan, where it actually all took place at a comic book convention, and that was a lot of kind of real situations put into that comic book, stuff that we experienced at conventions, and those little stories kind of made it into that. But to kind of give you an idea, this is Manibus right there. He's a kaiju pot monster, so he's just like 420 all the time, ready to wreck the world. This is the Two Puff Marshmallow Man here. So Sexy Nurse America, you can see right there. This is, little cosplayer of Latex Avenger. It was a fun book when it was a good time. We had a good time doing it, man. But you stop me at any time, Zim. You want to ask me any questions or anything like that. But,
I'm all in, man. But before all of this started, honestly, how long have you been drawing for? You know what I mean?
I've been drawing since I could crawl. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, the best way I can put it. I started drawing as a little kid. In fact, my folks are moving out of their house right now, and my mom just gave me a whole bunch of stuff of my art. And one of it was like for when I was 7 years old, I got a ribbon for the Texas Livestock Show and Rodeo. That's like the first award I got when I was 7 years old. I started just drawing, always drawing. I went to college for graphic design, ended up actually with a degree in English and creative writing with a studio art minor, but that's what I started off to do, was to be an artist. And when I got out of college, I tried doing all sorts of different stuff, but I fell back into graphic design and art. That's just what I'm supposed to be doing, I think, and I can't complain. It's been a really good way to make a living. So.
Aside from that, what is it that opened up your eyes to this art world? You know what I mean? I'm 35, so I was born in 85. For me and many artists our age, it was cartoons. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Okay. So let me, if we want to just kind of dial it over to comic books, Superman, man, Christopher Reeves. That was that movie that was the everything for me. I dug Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but man, I had a red towel around here. I'm going to flip the camera around for a second. I had a red blanket around my neck, running around my house like an idiot in my underoos, being Superman all the time. And then when I was 8, my friend Carlos Nosa, he took me to the Stop and Go to go buy comic books, and we went and got comics, and I got X-Men 207. And I didn't know what the significance of that book was at the time, but that was the one where Wolverine's ripping through the cover. It was the very first time you ever saw something like that, and I think it was Silvestri who drew it. It was Ramita Jr., actually. And that was the very first comic I bought. That and Marvel Saga number 8, which is a reprint book. And I'll never forget that. And then I swapped some comics, and I got some Masters of Kung Fu, those old 70s, 80s Marvel books, and I was in those. But 60s Marvel stuff like that to me is the shit. That old Silver Age Marvel, it doesn't get any cool. And I love old 60s stuff. You can see I just got this Adam West print a little while ago, and I love retro stuff like this Doctor Who right over there. I love that kind of stuff. So. So I loved comics, but then the 90s happened. Okay. And remember, you said you're 35. I'm 44. So I'm older, I'm a bit older than you. Okay.
All right.
When I was 16 in 1992, when Image came out, okay, creator-owned comics, people doing their own thing. Oh, that was that was it for me. Like I loved comic books, I loved superheroes, and I loved all that stuff. But the idea of actually making my own book with my own characters, because I never wanted to draw Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like I've drawn Spider-Man for fun, but I mean I've never wanted to go work at DC or Marvel. That's never been my interest. I've always just wanted to create my own stuff, and that's it's been great. It's been fun because you get to figure out what it is you want to do, and look at it. People gravitate to it. Fantastic. I mean, look, the fact of the matter was not everybody was going to get into a guy who wore a rubber on his head and fought crime, but it was something that I needed. It was the story I needed to tell at the time. You know what I mean? And I knew it wasn't ever going to break because, I mean, again, he's got a ribbed warrior, right? He's got a ribbed rubber on his head, for crying out loud. I mean, that's just never going to take in the big picture. So, that's okay, man. I mean, so what I ended up doing with Bond is we ended up creating this, which was Masters of the Obvious, which was like a PG kind of concept of the same thing that we were doing with Latex. And you had shit like Dr. Biclops, he's got two eyes, and the Visible Woman, you couldn't miss her. And that was Porcelain, the Indentured Geek Robot, the Amazing Todd. What's amazing about him, what's not. And the LeBron, the Snapping Turtle. Don't make him snap. You wouldn't like him when he snaps. And they flew around in this toaster. You remember those old After Dark screensavers? Are you old enough to remember those? With the toasters flying over the screen to keep your screen. It was a screensaver. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah. It was just...
So they just went. Yeah, exactly. They were just doing this, the whole time, just going to the side. Yeah, that was that. So they flew around in a toaster called the USS Screensaver, and they had these pop culture adventures throughout the galaxy, and it was fun. It was a web comic. We did this for Hound Comics, which was they liked Latex Avenger, right? But they said to me, the guy said to me straight up, he's like, "Look, I like the comic, dude, but you got to take the rubber off his head. You can't call it Latex Avenger." I'm like, okay, we can't do this, but I got this other idea. And I'd already been doodling some designs, and Bond Bond was going to be working on the next stuff with Latex. And I said, well, I'm going to come up with this Masters of the Obvious idea, and I'd been tinkering with it. And then when we talked to the publisher, he was like, Bond was like, I'll do Masters. I'm ready. Let's go. And so he took over the art chores of Masters, which was great for me because I didn't have to draw anything again. And I could just write, which was, I've just spent so much time writing at this point. It was crazy. I came in as an artist, but I really was writing for a long time. And when we got done with, we did Masters, and that we did about a year's worth of stories in that. And it was a, sci-fi, this is like Red Shirts getting, beamed up and blown up type story. And then they were three major story arcs, and one of them was called Boys Night Out, where they went to on a hollow deck on the ship, and they went to a nightclub on the ship, kind of like Star Trek Next Generation stuff. And they just got way too drunk. That was the whole story. And in this one they fought the My Little Jabronis and the My Little Jabronis. Yeah, it was the My Little Jabronis were in a gang war against the it was the Puggalos, which were like little pug dogs that were juggalos. That was a whole mess. That was a nightmare. So that was a fun story. We had a good time doing it. Hey, Toner, how you doing, man? So I did this for a while. We collected it into a book. It was Masters of the Obvious collected edition. It was a 60-page book. So that was a lot of fun. Got to do some really cool promotion with that. My friend Jennifer Cunningham, I just want to give her a shout out. Jen Cunningham, she's Jen Hart's Arts here on Instagram. She cosplayed for us as the Visible Woman, and we had a lot of fun working on that. It was a really good time, and we got to see some neat things, meet some really cool folks, and which led to this project. The next thing I ended up doing, which was Excelsior, the uphill adventures of a boy named Stanley. And this was, while we were working on...
Dude, where do you get your ideas from, man? I mean, I like it. I like it. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. I've got a overactive imagination, and mixed with
Yeah, way too, you'd think I have too much time on my hands. I'm pretty busy, but, you'd think I have way too much time on my hands. This was something that the Stan Lee Foundation, we met the guys over there while we were doing Masters of the Obvious, and they said, we want to do a youth comic, something for kids that, because they were, the Stanley Foundation worked with children's literacy. That was what they did, and that was their big, passion project. And so we did this story that supposed Stan Lee as a child dealing with neighborhood bullies. Okay, except what we did was we turned everything on its ear because legally we couldn't use Marvel characters and stuff like that. So we had to get really creative. I hate taking the school bus. I don't know if y'all can see this stuff, but Bond did a great job with the artwork. So we would, he was like, what if we could, fly to school, or I could teleport or shoot bug goop out of my wrist and shimmy my way through the city in time for class, stuff like that, just kind of playing with the ideas of Marvel and what they did. And we ended up doing having a bully, in the purple shirt there named Galakowitz, who had a skateboarding buddy named Harold, who was supposed to be our Silver Surfer Galactus combo. So we did that. It was fun. It was a neat experience. Who else gets to say they get to do a creator-owned book based on a creator-owned story based on Stan Lee? Nobody, with his blessing. Not many people get to do that. That's why we did it. We had that experience, and it was cool. He tweeted out our stuff. How often do you get to have Stan Lee tweet out your comic? So we did it. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude. I mean, we. Right now, on my end, I don't know if the viewers are watching this, but on my end, it kind of looks a little grainy. But definitely, I'm sure you'll have some of this stuff on your page, right?
I can put some of this stuff up on my page so more people can see it for sure. Sorry, it's grainy, fellas. That's all right. Well, after, can you see this here?
Yes.
Okay. After I, so like in about 2013, 2014, I got married in 2014 and I started raising a family. So it's kind of time to put some things away. Bond was going off and doing his own stuff, and we kind of took some time off. I got the opportunity to do a story a couple years later for Drew Edwards' Halloween Man. I don't know if you're familiar with, thanks, con artist. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're familiar with Drew Edwards' Halloween Man. It's an indie comic. It's fantastic. It was up for a Ringo Award in 2020, and it won the Best of Austin in 2019. And I got a chance to work on that, which was great. And Drew Edwards was just awesome because I've always done comedy. I've always worked on comedy stuff, as you can tell, and the stuff I was showing you guys. I asked him, can I do something kind of gritty and raw? And he gave me the opportunity to do a short story in Halloween Man. And this was me getting to draw for the first time in a long time on a comic book. And it was nice. It was good getting my feet wet, feeling that again and trying that out. So I enjoyed the darker, the kind of noir style that came along, that I was able to achieve with that. And it kind of, play actually. Can you? This is clear. Zim, you there, bud?
Now we see it. Yeah, I'm here. I can. Hopefully, anybody could hear me. I could hear you, and I could see you.
Hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this was a page from an adaptation of a noir hitman story called Hit, and I was really kind of playing with, more of a Sin City kind of vibe, was, not a direct rip, but definitely trying to grab that feeling from it for sure. And I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the pages I did in it. It was nothing that I was taking too seriously. It was just more of a, just kind of getting my feet wet again. If y'all aren't familiar with here on Instagram, there's something called the Comic Jam, where they take a writer and an artist, and they at random draw. They do a one-page story. I just wanted to shout them out because I did a few things for Comic Jam, and it was a really great experience. So this is one of the things I did. It was about space sharks. They just gave me the script, and I'd never met the writer before. We had nothing to do with each other. They sent me the script. I drew the script. It was fun. I had a blast. So it was a great. It was
Comic Jam.
The Comic Jam. Yeah, the Comic Jam.
Comic Jam.
Yeah, and
I gotta check that out. That's not.
Yeah, the Comic Jam Alt ALT right now is the account. They had a problem with their account, so check out a guy named. Oh my goodness, he's gonna kill me. But Casey Allen, thank you very much, Casey Allen. He has his account is Robots Eat Guitar, I think is how you do it. Anyway, he has a book out right now on Kickstarter called Voodoo Child, and it's outstanding. It just went up last week, and it already funded. It's doing great. So anyway, I just wanted to shout him out real fast. But awesome. He's part of the Comic Jam. So I'm not much of a fan artist. I know I'm going to get to Bigfoot in just a second, guys. I just wanted to give you some stuff to look at and talk about. So I'm not much of a fan artist, but I do stuff from time to time. And I think there's a lot of people who do it better than I do it. So, but I do every once in a while play around with some stuff. This is a Freddie Jason type thing right there.
This is a kind of a David Bowie woman type thing right there. Deadpool, if you're going to do a piece of fan art, you got to do Deadpool. I think it's part of the rules, right?
Damn right.
But yeah, you got to do a Deadpool. So, which kind of leads me to where I am right now, which is Bigfoot Knows Karate. And that's what I'm working on right now.
Well, before we get into that, definitely pretty cool, great concept. I'm digging it. I dug all the stuff that you did before. You know what I mean? Masters of the Obvious, Latex Avengers. That stuff's great, man. And I know for a fact this is going to be great too. But just for everybody else, we are definitely joined by Danomite139. That's DANOMIMYTE139, all one word. And we got a little bit about the origins on you, man. So that's what's up, man. Now let's find out a little bit more in depth about you. How about that?
Okay, ask me anything. I'm ready.
Awesome, man. Let's go ahead. Favorite food?
Tacos. By and large, tacos. Yeah, man. Al pastor or, just give me tacos. If you're ever in Texas, man, I'll take you to a place in Houston called the Taqueria del Sol, man. I'll knock your socks off. So that's my Mexican food is my favorite.
Awesome. Favorite type of music?
It all goes in waves, man, but like right now I'm going through a hip hop, blues, and punk thing. Like I can oscillate between the three of them right now. So, yeah.
Hip hop, blues,
and
what was the last one?
I know it's kind of an odd mix, but I'm listening to, I'll go from Public Enemy to Muddy Waters over to the Ramones in 3 moves. It won't, I'm just kind of in that.
Kind of all over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite car?
The 1966 Batmobile.
Oh my God, dude, that's a good one.
No, I mean, I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind, but because I was looking at the Adam West behind me. But I mean, if I had to pick anything, I'd probably today, a modern car. I want a Mini Cooper. I really do. I want one. I just want some tricked out Mini Cooper, and that I can go Italian job my way through the city. Through the.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Favorite comic title?
Like of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time. Coin toss between Dark Knight Returns and Sin City, the first Sin City book. It's something Frank Miller for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Favorite artist of all time? Dead or alive, it doesn't matter.
Kirby. Comic book artist, Kirby. I mean, if it's a comic book artist, it's going to be Kirby, hands down. Yeah, I mean, if it's if it's just a fine artist,
Kirby, nice choice.
I don't know. I'd be talking to you about that for hours. I couldn't tell you. Just that I couldn't say my favorite, but yeah, comic book artist is Kirby. The way it ends and begins with Kirby. So.
All right. All right. Let's do this one. I was thinking that I was gonna do something else, but let's go with my initial one. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No. Do you believe in UFOs?
Yes. I think those are possible for sure.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No. No.
And last one, if you were an element, which element would you be? Earth, wind, water, fire.
Oh, okay. Like not like on the periodic table of elements, like just earth, wind, or fire.
Yeah. Basic element.
Okay. Oh well, fire. It's got the best emoji. I mean, come on.
There you go, man. Let me see them fires in the room.
There you go. Yeah, make your little fire emojis come up, fellas. So.
So here's another question that I gotta ask. You know, just see, say that you're a part-time artist, or are you consider yourself a full-time artist?
Well, I'm gonna say, as a comic book artist, I would call myself a hobbyist at this point. You know, it's not. I'm not doing it for a living. Like I said, I work as a creative director for a marketing group. I definitely have a full-time job in the creative world, but I'm not, you know, putting paper to, I'm not breaking out a pencil to paper every day. You know, I mean, my world is Illustrator. Right. It's Illustrator. It's Photoshop. It's InDesign. It's Premiere, After Effects, stuff like that. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I'm working with, and work with people who do that type of thing. So, you know, I work with, you know, people who cut video, and I have to sit there and tell them what to edit. You know, I mean, I work with designers and tell them what to, you know, at this point, I kind of tell people what to do as much as I'm doing it myself. You know, I mean, it's just where I'm at right now. So being able to come home and draw, well, I work from home. So, you know, being able to, when the workday is done, to be able to sit down and draw and just, you know, it's no clients, you know. Look, as a designer, as a graphic designer for a living, you know, you work for your client. That's all you do, is you work for your client completely, you know. So this is for me, you know. I get to do what I want to do with it and just have fun with it, and that's the best part for sure. So I have to be creative all day, but it's so different doing it this way. That was a really long answer to a very short question, Zim. I do apologize.
No. It's good. I mean, it kind of, you know, I mean, we could always work off of what you give us, so that's pretty great. But I mean, the question, you know, in turn is how do you find the balance? And the reason I'm asking this is because there's a lot of artists like yourself and myself, you know, who will do the full-time 9 to 5 and then come home and work on, you know, their own art careers or their own art, you know, artistry stuff.
Yeah.
So how does Dan find the balance? How do you balance, man?
You know, one's a job and one's for relaxation. I mean, that's the balance, you know. I mean, when I wake up early every day, I get up, you know, I get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I take time to do some art in the morning before the day even gets started. And, you know, before everybody's even awake. Even on the weekends, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on the weekends so I can have time to myself to draw before the house gets up, the kids get up, the wife gets up, everything like that. And then when it's over, you know, the work day's done, I work from home, so I cook dinner a lot too. So I take time to make dinner and do, you know, my kid actually works in, because of COVID, my kid's and shares my office space with me. So like I'll be working my job. My son's doing his schoolwork, you know, 5 feet from me, so I can keep an eye on him. You know what I mean? It's all one big balance. So by the time it all gets done, I'm able to, you know, at the end of the day, I'm able to take some time and get to draw again. Zim, you there? Did I lose you for a second? Y'all there? Or make little, there we are. Zim, you there, bud? Oh. I can't hear anybody. I can't hear you, bud. I'm not hearing you, Zim.